I think in simple things, what we are trying to say in IR 4.0 is about harmonizing human with machines. So we are not going to being overwhelmed by the machinery stuff. We as humans, we need to take the initiative to learn new things, to how to engage and embrace machineries into our way of doing things. And I think now includes big data, includes different gadgets. Anybody got the new iPhones, the new iPads, and the new Samsung S9H and stuff? I think when you guys buy these kind of new gadgets, but you just want to showcase the latest technology that you have it. That's how the market has evolved. Everybody wants to have ownership of the latest technology in hand. So in that element, it disrupts how we do business. That's why IR 4.0 is even influenced evolution in ISO 4, evolution in ISO 20000-1, because for relevance, for future scaling, ISO v3 has to be upgraded and evolved. ISO 20000 as well. So in that area, that the IR 4.0 has an impact to everybody, whether it's user in retail. So for my presentation today, I'm going to speak about the three areas. So the connectivity and mobility, I think everybody is connected and mobile. Everybody has a smartphone. Everybody cannot live without data. I think the good thing about in Thailand is whether you are tourist or local, data is unlimited and it's not expensive. If you go to places like Singapore, go to places like Malaysia, data is, you need to pay. Everywhere you go, you need to pay for use. So when a tourist touches down in Bangkok airport, there's always a tourist pack where you can use a 7 days unlimited data plan and whatnot. It's not expensive. I think that's how it engaged people to Google, to find out about where to go in terms when you come for tourism in Thailand. That's where the connectivity and mobility is. The next thing is harmonization and alignment. That's where you do not throw away what you learn in your traditional way of doing things. You do not be afraid of what technology and machinery comes. You need to embrace it. You need to know what the next wave of stuff is going to happen, so that you know how to manage it. At the end of the day, you need to manage gadgets. You need to manage machines. It's like my kids, my children. If you let them play the iPhone or the iPad or the smartphone from morning to night, they do not need to sleep, they do not need to eat, they do not need to do anything. So if you let the machine control them, they will be doing it day in, day out. We cannot let the machines overwhelm us. We need to know what the machines can do, what the machines features, what the platform, the technology, what do they offer, what are their pros and cons, what are their strengths, what are their weaknesses, so that you know what the risks. So manpower and society. So the way we do business now, a lot of things are going to, I think in Bangkok, Thailand, we use Line a lot. Whereas in other Southeast Asia countries, they use a lot of WhatsApp. And if you go to China and all, they use WeChat. You send them emails, they don't reply you after a month or so. But you send them, I think that's how technology and also in terms of cultural behavior has also evolved as well.
Sometime in August, Excelos, the intellectual property owner of ITIL, made an announcement that there will be ITIL 4. Right? Please take note, it is not ITIL v4, but in ITIL 4, there is going to be a new certification scheme that replaces this, because the framework has changed. Okay, so what are some of the drivers for ITIL 4? 4.0, Industry 4, right? Making use of technology, making use of emerging trends in technology like robotics, quantum computing, edge computing, Internet of Things, right? Analytics, robotics, 3D printing, making use of technology to propel the organization forward. So ITIL 4 is actually the next iteration of ITIL. It has the same elements of what the previous ITIL version has. but it takes into account our new reality, right? Our new challenges, our new opportunities. So, a more value-driven approach. That's what it's about. Nowadays, technology is leading the business. The people who are in technology are now the ones that should be telling the business, this is what we can do, this is what we should do. 10 years ago, the business tells technology, I want you to do this. I want you to do this, right? And you have to align with the business. Nowadays, it's the reverse. This is what we can offer. This is how our business strategy should be. Right? So this is called tech-led businesses, technology-led businesses. And of course, it includes elements like DevOps and Agile practices embedded into elements of the new ITIL framework. This is the new roadmap for the ITIL 4 certification scheme. There are 3 specialist courses which you can sit for after the foundation. And foundation here is mandatory. Mandatory, required. Yeah, you need to have ITIL foundation for you to sit the next level of courses called the specialist course, strategist course, or leader course. Okay, there are altogether 3 specialist courses, 1 strategist. This is the same course. Completing this set of specialist courses will give you the title of managing professional, ITIL MP. Once you are an ITIL managing professional and an ITIL strategic leader, it qualifies you to apply to be an ITIL master. I repeat, to apply. ITIL 4 Foundation will be released. Announcement has been made that examinations will be ready from February 28th, 2019. February 28th, you can start taking exams for ITIL 4 Foundation. You can start sitting for ITIL 4 courses with NTC from February 11th. Another thing that's unpopular is this. There is no ITIL V3 2011 Foundation transition. So if you are ITIL V3 2011 Foundation and you say, I want to do a transition course to ITIL 4, there is no official course for that. Why is that? Because it's so different. For you to do a transition, you will spend the amount of time learning everything from scratch. You might as well resit the ITIL 4 Foundation. It's the same effort, same time needed. Because the two are completely different. One is a dog, the other is a cat. One good news is that for those who are ITIL experts already and want to learn a little bit more about the ITIL 4 framework, right? Either ITIL experts, the V3 scheme, so ITIL 2011 experts also qualify, and those that have 17 credits in the V3 scheme, right? They can sit for the MP transition course. Just one course, and then they will get the title of managing professional. This is the only transition course announced. That's it. There's no more transition. There's something else about the strategic leader course. It's the same concept as that, but this is more meant for people who are leaders in the industry, helping to influence business and IT strategy, right? In addition to sitting the course and passing the exam, there is another requirement. That is, you must demonstrate experience, managerial experience, as a prerequisite, right, for sitting the courses. The last part of the day, right, and where I talk about ISO 20000 and what are some of the changes. So this would be very meaningful for those who are very familiar to the ISO 20000 standard. ISO 20000 is a standard that was put in place to guide organizations to say that if you achieve all these things in my standard, in my list of requirements, you would have been deemed to be acknowledged to be to meet the requirements of ISO 20000 in IT service management. So ITIL is the best practice framework for ITSM. Yes? ISO 20000 is the standards that you need to achieve, and given the accreditation by a body to say that you have met their requirements for good ITSM. Basically, you have passed an exam. So, ISO 20000 was released, the 2018 standard was released on the 15th of September, so something like only 3 months ago. Today is what? 18, right? So 3 months and 3 days ago, right? So it was released only 3 months, so quite fresh. And this is the part that I mentioned earlier. The ISO 20000 2018 standard has also been made a little bit more flexible to focus on value. Not on doing things blindly, but to give organizations the flexibility how to achieve certain requirements. So they are a little bit more flexible, and they are not prescriptive. Prescriptive means you must do this, so that I get this. So now they are less prescriptive. They say, I want you to achieve that. How you do it, I'm a bit more relaxed. Different organizations have different mechanisms as to how they can achieve the same thing. Agree? McDonald's will make burger in one way. The roadside stall will make burger in another way. Right? You cannot apply McDonald's way onto the roadside stall way. They have different mechanisms, but they achieve the same outcomes. Both equally delicious, I think. Please note, ISO 20000 is only given to organizations and not to people. Organizations have to demonstrate that they have good ITSM. However, APMG also has individual certifications for people who wants to learn more about ISO 20000. So Sapiens and NTC also carry that courses. If you want to learn more about ISO 20000, we have ISO 20000 Foundation course, ISO 20000 Auditor course, ISO 20000 Practitioner course, right? For you to apply, manage, do internal audits for ISO 20000 in your company.